All right, everybody, welcome back. KJCR, JimmyChurchRadio.com, live from Burbank, California, from the Galpin Ford Studios. Live in the studio with Hilton J. Palm, Charlie the Shekinator Sheckman, proudly brought to you by the National Tax Experts. 877-909-5444, nattaxexperts.com. Follow us on Twitter at JChurchRadio. You can certainly send me an email right now to Jimmy at JimmyChurchRadio.com. For syndicatednews.net, we've got some breaking news right now. We told you this was going to happen last week. Well, I said the week before. As a matter of fact, I said it all season long. The Colts have just fired head coach Jim Caldwell. That's right. A new GM comes to town. They just hired Ryan Grigson as GM from the Packers. You hire a new GM, the new coaching staff comes in. I don't care what anybody thought about Jim Caldwell and what Jim Irsay had said in his press conference. It's easy to read between the lines. Jim Irsay was angry all season long. He just couldn't wait to cut Jim Caldwell loose. Needed an excuse, and the excuse was Ryan Grigson came in. That's it. Jim Caldwell's gone. Went 26-22 over 3 years. He was head coach from 2009 to now. 26-22. It could have been, if you stop and think about it, after this season, could have been, Peyton was still in there, like 39-9. How about 40-8, and he'd still have his gig if he knew how to coach. Peyton Manning went down, had the playbook right here on his arm, had the playbook in his head, was able to reset that offense 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times before he got under Jeff Saturday. And it's not about calling the plays from upstairs, and I'm talking about Peyton Manning. And everybody knows that Peyton Manning was a head coach, not Jim Caldwell. But it's the ability that Peyton Manning had when he read that defense and looked around the field and saw every position of everybody, where their eyes were moving to. You can't do that from upstairs in the box. That's what Peyton Manning gave to that team, and the entire team got used to it. And that includes Tony Dungy, who coached from 02 to 08. So when you have your quarterback masterfully, by the way, a genius, probably the greatest NFL player of all time, if he's able to call plays for you like that, what do you need to call plays for as a head coach? I get that, but put all your eggs in one basket and you're counting on, 12, 13 complete seasons out of Peyton Manning, running 0-14, or 14-0, 13-0, 15-0. You get used to that. You get acclimated. They didn't have a backup plan. Peyton goes down. Jim Caldwell can't call plays. And we found out he didn't know what he was doing. He wasn't a head coach. I called for him to step down all season long. You might as well just bring in Peyton. He was calling the plays to begin with. He's your head coach. Advice to Jim Irsay right now. GM Ryan Grigson. What I would do, I would bring in Peyton as your next head coach. That's the deal you sign with Peyton right now. You reward him for everything that he gave to the good city of Indianapolis. Indianapolis was nothing. The Colts were nothing before Peyton Manning got there. He built Lucas Oil. Think about that. You make him your head coach. You've got the opportunity right now. Jim Caldwell was just sent packing. Make Peyton Manning your head coach. For syndicatednews.net, I am Jimmy Church for JimmyChurchRadio.com. Stay with us. Don't go anywhere.